Hey everybody, and welcome to Chris's monthly morning breakfast thoughts. Today we're shooting live on the scene here in downtown Phnom Penh. So I don't actually have any breakfast on me, but maybe I'll get something later on. But for now, why don't we talk about the news? So the two bits of news that have been really hitting me all over the place are, one of them is fake meat. It seems to be, it's proliferating like crazy, and fast food places are starting to jump on board. Recently, McDonald's was quoted as saying that they may or may not go with the fake meat. They're still sort of deciding whether or not it's worth it. But KFC has announced that they might actually be going with a meat substitute as well. The thing I find interesting about this is I was in India, it was about a year or two ago, and I came across all kinds of fake meat. Every place in India, every fast food place, McDonald's, KFC, Subway, they all had fake meat versions of their food because a great deal of the population of India is vegetarian. So it's actually not completely a new thing. I think maybe using like the Impossible meat and some of the other sort of popular brands is the new thing. But the idea of having just vegetarian McDonald's and vegetarian Burger King and vegetarian KFC, not actually a new thing. The other news that happened recently is Disneyland recently opened their Star Wars Disney port section land, whatever it's called. And it basically, I mean, I'm a bit of a Disney fan, so I've been following that kind of stuff. And it was absolutely nuts. They had all kinds of cool new food, including the limited edition Coca-Cola bottles that are actually written in the language that's on the poster in this land. It's a special language, but so yeah, it was pretty cool. So that was a big thing. And speaking of Disney, let's talk about what's going on in Candy Critic. So as you may or may not know, we just came back from Shanghai. Yes, we actually went to Shanghai Disneyland for a few days, and we also got to visit Shanghai proper. Last week I posted an article about going to Tim Hortons in Shanghai. They had their first Tim Hortons and we checked it out, and I did a little comparison, and in general I liked it. It was pretty cool, but you can read more about that. This week I'm hoping to post an article all about Disneyland in Shanghai and sort of the food we came across there and everything like that. So keep an eye open for that. I might also talk about some of the other stuff we saw in Shanghai, but for the most part we spent a great deal of time in Disneyland. That was sort of the focus of the long weekend. So that's a big part of what we've been working on. We've also been working on updating the sites. As I told some of our Patreon folks, there's a bit of a delay. I don't think I'm going to have it done by the beginning of July, but I'm hoping around August or September. I did a change. I was going to wait till it was up and then sort of update it and make it better, but I've decided to actually do the updates now before I post it. So it's going to be just a little bit better. That's sort of what the delay is going to be. So keep an eye out for that. And as you know, if you follow us on Patreon, you've already seen previews of the site already. But speaking of Patreon, if you want to keep up with all the stuff we're doing, including our trip to Shanghai, you can see some of the posts from that. I posted a thing about things that we tried in Shanghai that were shaped like Mickey Mouse. That was kind of a cool food thing. You can follow us at Candy Critic on Twitter, or you can go to candycritic.org and find links to all of our other social media, including Facebook and Tumblr and Instagram. As always, you can also follow us on Patreon, patreon.com/candycritic, and there you get a Friday video, a whole bunch of extra content. You get our videos ahead of time. Sometimes you get to choose what we review, and just bloopers from videos like this, which I think I have at least one. But give us a follow on any of our social media. We're happy to talk to you. If you have ideas you think that might improve the site, that would be awesome too. And thanks for watching, and we'll see you next month. Bye.